In this video, I'm going to be showing my rank 4 Tigra versus a bunch of different BG's defenders. This is one of my biggest BG showcases ever, right up there with my Dazzler one, and holy crap, this is going to be some pretty fun nuking. We're going to be fighting a bunch of rank 3s, a bunch of rank 4s. At the end of the day, this is a rank 4 Tigra BG showcase, so a lot of these defenders are going to be rank 3, because if I showed a rank 4 versus a rank 4, it's basically the same as a rank 3 versus a rank 3, right? This is specifically a rank 4 Tigra, so I want to show her when she's able to punch up at down and also equal ranks sometimes, because we are going to be fighting a fair share of rank 4 defenders as well. So speaking of rank 4 defenders, here's Serpent, and I couldn't even talk over that Maestro fight because it was just over before my intro was over. But that was a pretty clean Maestro nuke. That was also with a physical resist stat focus, if I remember correctly, so that's like 18% of Tigra's damage that's actually lessened, because her entire kit is physical damage. Anyway, that was pretty fun. And I'm going to get Serpent to drop a special 2 here, go for the dash in, and then drop my special 1. We're fighting in the victory track meta for this Serpent, and I think later in the video we fight him in the circuit meta as well, because I'm pretty sure I do both. And there I make a mistake where I forgot the fear was on me, so I kind of just got lucky at the end, but it was fine. So we were able to kill him in 39 seconds, and that is probably like the fastest rank. That's probably the fastest Serpent takedown I've ever had on my account with equal ranks. So absolutely love to see that. Next up, we're gonna fight this rank 4 Zola. I think I uploaded this video by itself before, because this is just a matchup that I didn't even think about doing until recently, and I realized, yeah, this is great. I want to do this all the time. I want to use Tigra as like my mainstay Zola counter, because holy crap, she's great for it. So I'm going to go for the heavy attack here, and then special 2. He's at 0 of his charges when we drop the special 2, because we are just constantly using the heavy attack, and using heavies is kind of Zola's weakness, so we want to be doing that all the time, and Tigra loves to do that all the time, so it's kind of a win-win. And then we don't even care about the cowardice, because all of Tigra's damage is going to be burst damage instead of the actual special hit, and we kill him in 45 seconds, which is probably my fastest ever Zola count kill as well. So moving on to probably my fastest ever Sentinel kill with any champ on my account. We're going to be using Tigra for this, of course. And the main goal for the Sentinel with Tigra is to heavy counter his heavy. You can heavy counter a special 1 if you space it right, although it's not the easiest thing ever, so I don't always try to go for it. So this is also victory track meta. And yeah, the heavy counter is really easy. Like, sometimes you can land all 3 hits too, it just depends on how your spacing is. That was an accident. I definitely let go of my heavy a bit too early. And then I get stand your grounded again. This account that I was fighting for friendlies, dude, the stand your ground was just like I max it's 50%, but I swear it was like all the time I got stand your grounded against this guy. But at least I made the fights more interesting, so thanks, Anthem, I appreciate it. And yeah, the Sentinel's already dead in 42 seconds, so that's pretty cool. We neutralized his armors at the end of the fight, and that's about it. And now we're gonna fight a rank 3 Onslaught, and this one's also gonna be pretty fun. I can't remember if I got like really good or really bad RNG on the Neros. It was like one of those two. It didn't feel like a normal Onslaught fight. It was either like incredibly unlucky with the Neros or just incredibly lucky, and it looks like I'm getting pretty lucky where I only got 2, and then I get 2 there, so maybe not. Hold on, it doesn't even matter, man. We're just gonna nuke him, and we're gonna lose a little bit of health, granted, but also this is just so much damage, it doesn't even matter. Like, oftentimes you can just win off of sheer fight duration, because of the speed at which you're killing this Onslaught, so who cares if you take a little chip, because if you win a fight in 32 seconds, you can sometimes afford to win a round with 82% health at the end. So anyway, we're going to fight Red Skull next. Red Skull is a mainstay matchup for Tigra. I've been doing this one for a long time, and this is the victory track meta. We're just going to neutralize his armors. He's never even going to get the power efficiency because of the fact we're just neutralizing his armors constantly. As a reminder, he gets armors when either champion crosses a bar, and he's gonna be basically permanently neutralized if we play this fight correctly, so that doesn't really matter. And here, okay, there we go. Get the heavy attack, just barely. And then he's almost dead now. I'm gonna go for a heavy punish on the special 1, and that's gonna basically finish the job. And yeah, in fact it does. So that was 42 seconds, which is honestly kind of slow for this matchup. Like, genuinely, that's normally a lot faster. But anyway, we're gonna fight this Nick Fury next. Definitely someone who's had a bit of a renaissance as a defender, which usually is gonna happen when a popular defender gets an extra star rank, right? But I love using Tigra for Nick Fury. It's not like the most perfect thing ever, because he's going to shut off all miss when he gets to 5 or more tactical charges. But also you just kill the crap out of him, because Tigra does damage, so it doesn't really matter that much. And then if he drops a special attack with less than 5 of his charges, then obviously you can just do this, where we just heavy counter the special 2 just like that, which also works for the special 1 naturally. And we even get to neutralize his Fury's Fury at the end, so he's hitting me for much less damage than normal, which adds up, especially when you get a disorient on you like I somehow did. So I dropped my special 2 there, and Nick is dead. So I think that was like literally a 50-second Nick fight. That's insane for a non-mutant champ to be killing Nick in 50 seconds. Pretty nuts. Okay, now we're going to be fighting Enchantress. Tigra's pretty good for Enchantress. It's not like the best thing ever, because like you're not really doing anything specifically to counter Enchantress other than the fact that you're a champ who wants to use your heavy attack and you want to interrupt heavies anyway, so her kit just kind of lines up with how you want to fight Enchantress. But also you just do a crap ton of damage, and it's pretty nice. Because we're just going to go for the special 2 here, and I don't believe it kills, but it leaves her at like very little percentage, and then she drops 1 into my block, which is a little annoying, but it just makes the fight last about 5 seconds longer. Never mind, a little bit more than that, because my special attack missed. Anyway, yeah, the missed RNG was not in my favor there, so that should have been like 35 seconds, to be honest. But Enchantress be like Enchantress, so you can't really expect every fight to be 35 seconds against Enchantress. So honestly, that was probably better that happened, because that's a bit more of a realistic scenario. Now we're gonna fight Dark Phoenix. Tigra is by no means one of the best Dark Phoenix counters, but like how I said earlier against Onslaught, if you can just kill the defender in like 35-40 seconds, then you often don't have to worry about taking a bunch of damage, and you'll still win a round sometimes. And that's kind of the case with Tigra for this matchup. Like, Phoenix is going to get into her death immunity phase literally like 25 seconds in. So now it's just like we're going to be taking some damage from her Nova Flames, which sucks, but we're killing her so fast that we probably can win a round. And I believe I actually didn't win this round. I'm pretty sure BMcG got me on this Gallon versus Penny fight, but also that's not an ideal matchup for me, giving him Gallon versus Penny. So yeah, what else was I going to expect? If I set myself up a bit better on defense, then that's a totally winnable thing. So yeah, like, she's better for Onslaught than against Phoenix, granted. Like, that, as far as like the matchups go, where it's like, okay, you kill fast but you're taking damage, Onslaught is so much better for Tigra. So I think Phoenix is one of the worst ones when it comes to that kind of thing. But it still works. It's still fast, and a rank 4 Phoenix probably would have died in just about the same time. We just would have taken a little bit more damage, which is okay as well. So yeah, now we're going to be fighting this Dust here. Dust is definitely one of my favorite matchups with Tigra, especially when it's like basically no champs can counter Dust's SP1, and then with Tigra you can just do that, and it's super funny, it's super stupid, and I just love missing Dust's SP1. It's one of the greatest feelings ever. So yeah, she goes down in 41 seconds. Pretty nice. Now we're fighting this Sig 200 Knull. And this is one that isn't actually one of my favorite matchups with Tigra. I don't necessarily like doing this one if I can help it. The heavy spacing is just a little weird, and then if he drops a special on my block, that doesn't help. Probably could have countered his special one there. I don't know why I didn't. But like, the inequity just kind of makes it to where you can't kill this guy as fast as Tigra normally kills things. And also, yeah, like I said about the heavy counter, it's not one of my favorite matchups. And if it was like rank 4 versus rank 4, I'd only do it if I had to. Also, don't light attack into a heavy attack when you're punishing Knull's heavy. It does not work, and I got lucky that he did not punish me there. But it's a decent matchup, and if you have a rank 4 Tigra, then it's gonna work more often than not. So anyway, Knull goes down in like 52 seconds, I believe, which is pretty good. So not complaining there either. Now we're gonna fight Arcade. Arcade is still a pretty threatening defender sometimes. He's like one of my most banned champs in my own BG deck, which of course he's rank 4, so that could justify some of it, but I often don't ban some rank 4 defenders too in comparison to rank 4 attackers, so it you know, like, he's still a threat. A lot of people still see him as a threat, is kind of my point. But if I have my Tigra open, I don't think he's that much of a threat. Because Tigra for this matchup is just super silly, and you're going to see why. Because we're just going to go for the heavy counter here, and then we're going to go for another heavy, and then he's basically dead. I think I'm going to have to go for like one more heavy. No, I just go for my special one, and that actually kills him. So, what was that, 35 seconds? Yes, it was. Full health, and now we're gonna go fight Attuma. Another defender where it's like, okay, you're not really countering him, but he dies so fast that you can win rounds because of it. And Tigra just gets the heavy counter from Attuma's heavy or his special one, so you can get your ruptures that way. I'm just gonna bait a bunch of heavies at the start of the fight and punish them. If he gets to a special one, I'll punish it too, but he might be dead before that. It doesn't help that he 5-hit combos into my block. I hate it when he does that, but before it comes my block, because he only did light attacks. But anyway, at this point, one more heavy bait, and then I think this just kills him. Yeah, I wait until he's a bit closer to me to where he doesn't dex my special 2, because that's something that the AI does sometimes. And then he's dead. He is just dead here. So 85% health on my end. If we're fighting a rank 4 Attuma, that's like 80% or a little less, because we still have a little health that we have to chip away from him. But yeah, it's a decent matchup. It's one that I would still probably do sometimes. Not over a lot of mutants, but still is a decent matchup. So now we're gonna go fight this Medusa here. Medusa is actually a pretty threatening defender, especially in metas where you can't stun her like this one, because even some Mystics can't control her 3 Furies before she's able to start auto-blocking them. And if Tigra just has 100% neutralized, then Medusa can't do anything. But yeah, like, some Mystics actually struggle against Medusa, believe it or not. She's won a lot of defensive rounds for me, especially if stun immune. But Tigra's neutralized just doesn't give a crap. Okay, Havok now. This is an unduped Havok, but I don't think the dupe really would make a big difference in this fight, because he just kind of dies all the same. Havok's not much of a defender anymore, but it's a pretty cool fight for the video, I'd say. So we're just gonna keep heavy punishing his heavy, and that's kind of all we have to do at that point. 3 heavies, and we're at my special 2, and then the special 2 probably kills him. I believe. If it doesn't, then I can get a heavy counter on his special 2, but my relic finishes the job, and that's 95% in 31 seconds. Now we're gonna fight Thing. Old matchup for me. I love doing this one. This Thing also has the physical resist stat focus and gains a lot of physical resist on his own, so Tigra's damage is definitely going to be limited some here. However, it's not enough to make this not a good matchup, because we're just gonna basically always prevent Thing's unstoppable. The only way Thing can get unstoppable in this fight is if you push him to 15 rock stacks, but you let your neutralize fall off before he drops a special. Like, if you don't have a neutralize on Thing and he's at 15, your next hit's going to trigger his unstoppable, because the unstoppable is going to trigger before the neutralize does, just because of how the code works. So basically, if he's at 15 and your neutralize falls off, you have to bait a special like normal. Otherwise, you can just constantly neutralize his unstoppable like I'm doing here, and you don't have to worry about any of that. So yeah, Thing is going to die, I believe, with this heavy punish, and then he goes down in, I think, 50 seconds, which is, 49, which is absolutely amazing. Now we're going to fight Weapon X. Weapon X has really easy heavies and special attacks to punish with Tigra. Tigra's also doing this fight pretty much in only red numbers, so that just means that we don't have to worry about his regen for the most part, because he is going to regen some of our hit damage, but Tigra doesn't really care how much hit damage she does. She only cares how much her ruptures are doing. So we're just going to go for the special 2 here. Actually, we're going to not go for the special 2 here because he drops a special 1. That's fine. We have a special ready. It's unblockable, so we don't have to worry about timing it right. Just drop it in the air, and then Weapon X is going to go down right there. So that was a 35-second fight. And now we're going to move on to the next defender, which is Kindred. I'm surprised I put this one so late in the video, because Kindred's definitely a more meta defender than some of the other ones we've seen earlier on, but I love Tigra for Kindred. You can heavy counter his heavy, great. You can heavy punish his special 1 or special 2, great. Ideally special 1, because usually that's the special you're baiting against Kindred. And I believe his AI wasn't being cooperative at the start, so it was a little sketchy early on. And then he finally drops a heavy. And luckily he doesn't have enough power to get into Dread Aura yet, because that can make the fight a lot more chaotic. And then there's the stand your ground messing with me a little bit again, but we go for the heavy punish there, and at this point it's like, yay, we're absolutely big chillin'. We're gonna go for my special 2, and because of Tigra's senses, we're gonna have the power back to just drop a special 1 right after, and then Kindred's dead. So one of the best ways to fight Kindred is with a champ who can use a special attack after their previous special attack, and Tigra is no exception to that, so absolutely love to see it. Okay, now we're gonna fight Mr. Sinister, and this is a matchup that I would never encourage anyone to do, but because of the fact my Tigra is rank 4, and I just kind of said frick it, I just went for it, and I believe you can heavy punish his heavy. Let me see if I actually do that in the video. I don't know. I think I just kind of push him in the corner, bait a special 1, and then kill him. It's a little bit harder if he gets Mystic Code, but it looks like he didn't in that fight. And then I have to worry about him blocking my special 2, so I do have to time it a little bit differently with the heavy punish. Well, punishing his heavy. And then I have to still hope that he doesn't drop a special 1, which it's just like really risky in most must-win BG's rounds. So like, don't do that all the time, but it's kind of just funny that it works sometimes. So just hope Sinister doesn't throw a special 1 your hard block, and that's a decent matchup. Last up is going to be Serpent, this time at rank 3. We already saw the rank 4 Serpent, and it was in the Victory Track meta. This one's in the Circuit meta, which is also pretty fun. So yeah, the only repeat of this video is Serpent, and I think deservedly so, because he's widely regarded as the most oppressive BG's defender, or just flat-out defender in the entire game. And Tigra just completely wiping the floor with him kind of makes it pretty funny. So anyway, also, before someone says, hey, what about that one time that Tigra's neutralized isn't going to fail his death immunity? Because technically there's a 25% chance it doesn't. I've done this fight literally 10 times since Tigra's been rank 4, and she's never once let him get the death immunity. Like, of course it's going to happen at some point, but like, it's so consistent, don't ever let that be what hinders you from doing the Tigra versus Serpent matchup. It's so stupid if that's what you're letting you not do that. So anyway, that's the Tigra vs. BG's showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Do leave a like or a subscribe, or a subscribe, I should say. If you enjoyed the video, I put a lot of work into this one, and I hope it'll all encourage you to rank your Tigras that hopefully you got from the Heart of Fire event. Because yeah, she's a great champ. If you're scared to play her, just give her some practice, give her a try before saying that you're never gonna be able to do it, because you won't ever know if you don't try, right? I see a lot of people just say they won't play Tigra, but they've never used her before in their life. So it's just, give her a shot, man. Just don't say you're never gonna use her because she looks hard. She might be easier for you than you expect. Just, you'll never know if you don't try it, right? So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.